What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and today I have a Scentsy haul that is from September the 1st, and it includes a club that I received towards the early part of September, but I placed it in August. So let's just go through randomly. I will leave the bars until the end. I have bulbs. I have both 25 clear and 15 watt clear, and those are available in 3 packs only now. For a fragrance flower option, I decided the wax didn't perform the greatest for me, so let's try another avenue because I did really like the scent, and it is Moonlight Whisper, and this is part of the Harvest collection. So it comes with the oil in one package and the flower in another, and this is the stunning sunflower design. So I love flowers because you can just kind of set it and forget it, but just make sure it's free and clear of anything, because if the petals are touching something, the oils will transfer into the other something. So all right, because I had a party to close out and I had free and half price credits, I decided to try one of the Scentsy candles, and this is a 2-wick soy blend candle, and I believe it's 12.5 ounces, yes. And this one is in pumpkin roll, so I wanted to try pumpkin roll. I did kind of peek ahead. Now the only thing, I was impressed with the heft and the weight of the candle. It's a frosted glass. It has the Scentsy new logo on it. My wick placement is not the greatest. There is a little bit of, I would say it's a little bit closer to this side than this side, but the only concern I have is there's no lid, and I'm not overly concerned about the fact that, scent is going to be released. The fact that they package it in a box, I think they thought, well, we don't really need a lid because it'll be in a box. But you typically don't leave your candle out all the time, at least I don't. I might burn this, a week and then put it away for a couple weeks and then burn it again. And I like to stack my candles inside my storage unit that I keep my candles, so this is going to throw a monkey wrench into that because this is the only candle I have without a lid. So I'm eager to try it. I just wish there was a lid. And pumpkin roll has like pumpkins, pecans, spices, almost like a golden yellow cake kind of feel to it. It's a nice scent. And I do have pumpkin roll wax as well, so I could warm the wax and use the candle for additional scent. That's probably my approach going in. And I'm okay with Scentsy candles, Scentsy doing candles, because I like candles myself. I don't really care. Some people are really worked up. It doesn't really bother me. I've always used candles since I started my Scentsy journey, so now I can just use a Scentsy candle. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so in a previous order, I picked up 3 Aladdin 3 Wishes. My daughter loves blueberry scents, and this is a blueberry scent similar to Blueberry Rush. So performance is not quite as strong as Blueberry Rush. I would say it's a tiny bit brighter in its presentation. Yes, I'll put the notes below for you. So that's that. All right, I might as well do these next because these were clearance items that I picked up. And I did have a few other items, such as sheer leather. That jumped my cart. I can't remember. I had a few items that jumped my cart, but sheer leather is one that jumped my cart. And I think 3 people messaged me telling me about it. And I'm like, yes, it jumped my cart. And what that means is they don't have a cart hold. So if you put something, add it to cart, if you don't check out before, the other people in the Scentsy land do, and they beat you to it, then they get your sheer leather and you get nothing. So anyway, I did pick up 1 Autumn Sunrise, and this is along one of those orange, citrus, gently spiced scents. It's very bright. It's a little bit brighter than, I shouldn't say bright as in zesty, but more lighthearted, I guess is a good way to put it. Yes, there could be mandarin in here too, so I'll put the notes below. It's a really nice one. It makes me think of my friend Patricia. She really likes this one. So, and I also picked up 5 walnut raisin muffins because I do have a brick and I think I have 1 other bar, so this will mean almost equivalent of 6 in a brick, 6 bars, and a local customer gifted me some brick cubes as well, which I appreciate. I'm going to warm those next. Yeah, this is, it's a kind of like a baseline, in your soul kind of bakery. It doesn't smell like a bakery. It smells like everything else in the walnut raisin muffin bakery, like the walnuts and the spices and the warmth and feeling of happiness you get when you eat it. Yeah, I like this one. The only problem is for me, I didn't club this because its performance is never the greatest, but I don't think I've warmed it here in the new spot, so I'm going to have to get on that and see. All right, so let's delve into what I picked up for this order. I wanted to pick up another Frights and Delights, and I picked this up before I melted my one from the whiff box. So I've finished the one from the whiff box. This one has, I think it has like a, almost like a smoky caramel rum, spicy tone. Yes, I actually will talk about this on Tuesday coming up because I did a little focus on that for warming. I didn't go into like super detail, but I'll talk a little bit more. It would not be a repurchase, even though I have one here now, but not another repurchase. All right, so I have my modified, what do you call this? Catalog. It's almost like a pamphlet. I feel like calling it a pamphlet, but anyway, I have mine, and it's good for scent notes. It's not good for a lot of things, but you know, less paper, I guess, is always a good thing. All right, so let's talk about Johnny. I picked up 2 Johnnies, not realizing I already had one, but you can't go wrong this time of year. You can mix this with a straightforward pumpkin, maybe a pumpkin I don't really like. You could. This is more of a traditional apple with no spice, so it depends if you want to take it like in a spice direction, mix it with a spicy scent. If you want to take it in a more natural direction, mix it with something like a porch pumpkin, which I enjoy. So I have 2 of those. This one here, I believe this would probably be in the fruit category or the spice. It's called Holiday Market. So let me just see. It is in the fruity category. It says pink grapefruit, pomegranate juice, and allspice. And I really like this. It's definitely different than spiced grapefruit. This is more pomegranate and fruity. Spiced grapefruit is more of a citrus twist on that, but if you like Holiday Market, I suggest giving spiced grapefruit a try because it's a little bit different, but kind of in the same neighborhood. I picked up a zombie punch. I believe there's cherries, maybe orange and rum, I forget. Maybe cherries, pineapple, and rum, I forget. Oh, I like this. First off, I never get the rum note. Like, I never ever smell the rum, ever. And I don't like booze, so like I don't drink in real life, and I don't want to smell it in home fragrance. I love this. I love this. It's so happy. I'm surprised I like that as much as I do. 2 thumbs up for me. I'm going to try to warm that this week. I love it. All right. And it's sold out, I think, because I think I had 3 local customers looking for it, and I had to tell them all, like, no, it's sold out, unfortunately. All right. So non-new items, baked apple pie. This is basically like a cinnamon dominant scent with, they say a crust. There's not really a lot of crust, but there's that juicy, like tender baked apple with it. Yes. So it's mostly a baked apple spiced scent, heavy on the cinnamon. I picked up a blueberry cheesecake. I think I have one more, but I can't remember for sure. And this is blueberry, and you definitely get the cream cheese, which is a tangy cream cheese, and then there's a graham cracker crust, and this one's fairly strong. And I picked up gingerbread pecan waffles because I don't have any of this, and I thought to myself, I want to have some. So this is really nice. You know, it's not a home run for me, but I really would enjoy this. It's in the bakery section. It is a bestseller, so I'll read in the notes. It says gingerbread, molasses, and roasted pecan. And you can definitely smell the pecan. All right, so if you're not a big nut person, then you might not like that one, but just keep that in mind. All right, let's go with some spice scents. I think these are all in the spice category. So we have Apple Spice Season. This was in the harvest last year, and they brought it into this year's catalog. Oh, maybe this is in the fruit. Hold on, folks. Yeah, it's in the fruit. Okay. It says juicy apple, harvest pumpkin, sparkling spices. Yes, I mean, that's a really great description. Say if you found the spice level a little bit too much, that's when you would grab a Johnny Appleseed cube and one Apple Spice Season cube and kind of try them together. That's an example. And I will say, although I like that as a traditional, what you get is what you're expecting kind of scent, I think that it would be really nice if they brought Apple Harvest Dreams next year, even at the expense of that one, because I think I like Apple Harvest Dreams a little bit more. It's a little bit different. It's got like a little bit of fresh twist on it, but yeah, I guess they both have their benefits about them. So let's go back. Balsam Spice. This is a new release from last year. I did enjoy this one. It's one that kind of sneaks up on you and you're like, oh my gosh, this is nice warming. So Where is it? Balsam spice. Oh, maybe it's in the woods. Okay, this is in the woods. Again, don't go by the name. It says cinnamon, charred cedar, and balsam. Yes, and you definitely get like the cedar. You can smell the balsam. Almost like a gentle pine, but not in a astringent, sharp pine. A gentle one. So that is really nice. All right, the next one is cider mill. And I know this one's in the spice because people always say, like, I don't smell any spice. I smell spice. So cider mill says apples, pumpkins, and spices. And this is a very sweet fall scent. Good for this time of year. If you like pumpkin apple and apple pumpkin from both Bath and Body Works and Yankee. I can never remember which one's which. I think Yankee is apple pumpkin and the other one's pumpkin apple. Anyway, that's what that reminds me of. I have Welcome Home, which is a year-round scent, but I needed to have another bar. I didn't have any, and this is warm and welcoming with cinnamon and spices, and it's very similar. Like the bases of both Welcome Home and Walnut Raisin Muffin, like the spice base is the same to me. They obviously have other things layered in, but it's like they're relatives, but they have different characteristics. So anyway, and again, Welcome Home has never been a strong performer for me. It's a medium at most, but again, I don't think I've worn it in the new spot. So I did grab some new releases, but before we do that, let's go to the revisits. I'm going to call them revisits because I don't have any other name to call them. I picked up two, and what I'm calling revisits are ones that they used to have and they brought back kind of as a surprise. And one of them is Bora Bora Blossom. And this was, at one point, it was in the catalog. It did come back as a new release, but right now it is in the floral. And let me find the floral section. It says Island Fruits, Orchid, Green Violet Leaf. So pretty, so pretty. Works really well with the intensity of something like a little bit stronger than a Luna, but not overbearing. So if you're scared of florals, so sweet and delicious, this would be a great option, and it's a fan favorite. So I would suggest everyone give Bora Bora Blossom a try. And even if you say, well, maybe it's not for me, it would be a great bathroom scent. It's very inviting, and from memory, it's not overly strong, so it will work well for most people. All right, this next one was one that I gave a bit of a I was kind of annoyed by it when it first came out because I didn't get great performance, and I think it was just I didn't have enough wax going, I didn't have the right warmer. But this is Orange Dreamsicle. So this is another revisit from Scentsy, and I'm thinking it's in the fruity or the citrus. So let's just consult the pamphlet. All right, Orange Dreamsicle, where are you? Oh my gosh, hold on. It's probably in the bakery. This is friggin' ridiculous. Okay, it's in the bakery. It's a citrus bakery to me. Orange and vanilla cream. So pretty straightforward. Yes, the orange is, it does smell like an orange dreamsicle. It's very youthful. The orange is zingy, almost like an effervescent underlying hint, like it's trying to get to that direction. And then you get that creamy base that kind of softens it up a bit. Yeah, this performed long lasting for a citrus scent, although it's a bakery, but I think it's more of a citrus personally. All right, so I did pick up, I have 6 more clamshells to go through, but there's 5 scents. So these are all new releases. I grabbed a Buttered Pumpkin Dream. I'm not sure if I meant to grab this. I believe this is in the spice category, and it's one of those ones that's going to compete against Brown Butter Pumpkin because they're both in the spice category. They smell somewhat similar, but Buttered Pumpkin Dream, it says warm chestnuts, buttered pumpkin spice, buttered pumpkin spice, and rustic cedarwood. Now, if you want to know the difference for the other one, which is brown butter pumpkin, that one says melted butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin. So one doesn't even mention spice, so I don't really know what they're doing. The spice in here is a little bit dry, and there's almost a tiny bit of citrus in this bar. So I'm going to be fine with it, even if I picked it up by mistake, no problem. All right, the next one is Frosted Marshmallow, which I picked up as an intended mixer for the fall-winter, but I never mentioned that in my warm review videos. But this one has a misleading name because it doesn't really smell totally like marshmallow because there's other things going on, and it is a new release in the bakery. And the notes on this, it says sparkling cinnamon, which you definitely get, marshmallow, and buttercream frosting. Yeah, there's almost like a tiny bit of smokiness on Cold. There's a tiny bit of like a malt undertone on Cold, but very minimal. It's nice. Maybe just a little not what I was looking for when I was first hearing about it come out, but I'll be fine with it. Again, using that as a mixer, so I'm looking forward to that. This next one I believe is in the fruity. It's Old Fashioned Evening, and this is a cherry-based scent, so let me read you the notes. It says winter cherry, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. Yes, and there's definitely the sandalwood and orchid, like you can smell it as time is progressing. You can get that a little bit more because it's almost like the cherry's there at the start, and then as it sits, other things come out more. Yeah, and it smells, Angie Smith said it reminded her of cherry vanilla, and I did struggle with that one a little bit because it had a weird note to me, and also on warm it smelled like rubbing alcohol. But the cherry in it is somewhat similar, and I don't get those weird things in here, and it was really nice warming. If you like the scent cherry, and you can imagine taking that almost with an old-fashioned feel, then you might really want to grab one of those. It was my second favorite new release. The next one is called Blankets of Love. Blankets of Love. And this is in the woods category. And the notes on this, it says sheer violet, cotton blossoms, and comforting woods. And for me, there's something in my brain that takes this a tiny bit to a masculine blanket. Like, this is the man's blanket. It smells a little tiny bit manly to me. It smells good. It smells fresh. Like a little bit spicy like he is, but comforting at the same time. And kind of addictive. Like it is really nice. It's because it leans a little bit masculine. It's not too like aggressive, and it's got a little bit of everything kind of like working with each other. So it's gonna be nice. Now, will I warm this a ton? I don't know. But it is really nice. I think this would mix well with other scents, even something like a fluffy fleece if you want to like feminize it a little bit. But I think most people are getting a little bit more of a laundry feel to it, and I'm getting more of the masculinity with it. So anyway, that's Blankets of Love. Blankets of Love. Okay, the next one I picked up two of, and it is Velvet Cashmere Woods. So this was my favorite of all the new releases, hands down. Now I will say, sometimes I like these kind of scents, and the sad thing about them, they're not overly strong, which, you know, kind of sucks that I like these type, but it is what it is. It says Creamy Cashmere, Velvet Vanilla, Sheer Woods. So the wax is kind of like this, almost like this mauvey taupe nude color. So nice. Oh, and it's gentle in the clamshell, unfortunately. But in the warmer, it's about a mid-level. It's like basically like a 5 or 6 out of 10 for me. It's almost like, it does flirt with that like tween fragrance mist kind of feel, but more like a late teens, early 20s kind of fragrance mist with a nice creamy cashmere. Someone that smells really good, and you're on the elevator and you don't want them to leave kind of thing, and then they leave and you're sad. So that is Velvet Cashmere Woods. So I will show you one other thing before we go. I grabbed these in a one and done club, and I already put the brick away. The brick I received was Sugar Cookie, which I got as a half price, and I picked up 4 Aloha Adventures. So this has been discontinued now, but it's just a fruity scent that I really like. I think as time goes on, I'm getting away from fall winter a little bit, and I'm going a little bit more to like an intermediate tween. Like I definitely like spring and summer a lot more than I used to. And this is so nice. It's got strawberry, raspberry, maybe pineapple. And in that club, I also picked up this scent because this scent performed very, very well in the boys' room. And I feel like it performed better there, but maybe it just needed a little time. I have no idea, but it's Louisa Beauty and Brawn. So this one I think has like a coconut creme, and it's got like some woodsy, warm, soothing, vanilla-based kind of cozy feel notes. So I'll put those notes below because I didn't look them up. Yeah, I picked up 5 of these, and I kept it in my club, and I kept Aloha Adventure in my club because I'm probably not going to get it until February, and then it'll give me time to decide. So tell me, did you pick up anything from September 1st? Did you grab a warmer or a candle, or did you stick to more home fragrance? I didn't get any pods, but I might pick up some, but I'm trying to use up some older fragrance pods just so I don't get too much of a buildup. I already have a buildup of wax. I don't need buildup of other things. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. I look forward to your comments below. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.